Just yesterday, Sina saw that this shop in our local subway station, you can rent it.
Does that mean you will fire me today?
Look at this, guys. New furniture.
Okay, so are you excited for the day today, Sina?
Yeah, it's Sunday, so it's bonus day.
It is Sunday today here in Berlin, and we are heading off to the office because today is my yearly planning session for Wiz Adventures together with Sina. We will spend the whole day just planning out the next year, our goals and everything, and also do a reflection on the past year. Probably what we are going to start with is personal side, so personal reflection. Hey, what was going good, what was going not so good. Same thing for Wiz Adventures and all the different companies, Magier, Baked With. And then afterwards we will be moving over to the goals for next year, also sharing the private goals, because obviously I need to make sure that Sina knows about my private goals so that I can actually achieve them, because if they would be working against the goals of the company or something, it would be a little bit difficult. And then we will be talking about the goals for Wizard. And overall, I think there are, first of all, as a preparation, we did a ton of questions. So there's a document that I shared with over 50 questions that make this reflection a little bit easier. And on the other side, then we will also take a look at the numbers. So let's see where Sina is and then head over to the office and check it out. Sina is on the other side of the street. Sina, what are you doing there?
There's a free store and I wanted to look inside how it looks like.
Do you think it's a business opportunity for us?
No, not very fast, but the store is really old, so whoever gets it needs to do a big renovation. That's for sure.
So are you excited for the day today, Sina?
Yeah, it's Sunday, so it's bonus day. So we can get some work done, do also fun some stuff.
Did you do your preparation for the yearly?
I also did my preparation, 90%. So yeah, and it's a sunny day, as you see.
Any big realizations for the past year, Sina?
I think that it always comes down to the team members. So no matter what I looked at the end, the biggest leverage we have is to hire top team members. Then everything else gets easier. It's a bit kind of a cliche that the founders should spend most of the time hiring, but I think for more than 90% of the startups, that should really be the case.
So when you're saying team members here, does that mean you will fire me today?
No, not yet.
Little fun fact, as entrepreneurs, we are obviously always looking for business opportunities. And just yesterday, Sina saw that this shop in our local subway station, you can rent it. How much is it, Sina? 1K or something? 1.1K? 8 square meters. So we were thinking right away, okay, what can you put in here? So first of all, obviously the branding and everything looks like shit. You need to make everything new, but then could be some sort of like coffee store, or you could sell like healthy bowls that the people can take on the way to work. But also, I mean, I'm surprised that it's so cheap. So Sina, what do you think about the thing?
The thing is, only if you put like a nice cover here with a nice branding, how much nice everything would look like.
Also, you can already see that there's a lot of problem with graffiti and everything. So
you
need to change it every single week.
It's really cheap, and also you have always people coming here.
Sina, this could be a fun weekend project.
Yeah. We can stand there ourselves and then sell the stuff, whatever it is. Funny to know, just good to know how much this kind of stuff is as overall entrepreneurship knowledge.
Sina, we made it to the office. Boom! So, look at this, guys. New decoration, new furniture. So this is where we can do a really nice session now.
Sina, first half of the day is done. What's your recap?
That was first of all just 2 hours, so maybe 25% of the day done. But it was good. We discussed a lot of stuff that we did this year, so to see what was good, what was not so good, what we need to improve. Now it's lunchtime, and after that we start a planning session for next year.
Yes, so overall I think it was pretty good. Biggest realizations from this year. So first of all, we were saying yes to too many projects that we should have declined. Second up, Sina and I were often the backup in the company. So whenever shit hit the fan, we were the ones that were trying to solve it in some sense. So that's not optimal, because then we can't spend our time on what's really relevant. And then also hiring the best talent is one of the core levers that we are having inside the company. So we need to think about how we can be better at hiring, and also how we can create a brand that is actually super interesting for everyone that's looking for a new opportunity. And also probably one of the highest leverage things that we were doing is launching the new Magier brand at the beginning of the year. So that made a lot of things easier, but overall very good year. Also in terms of our goals, we hit almost all of our goals. Still some things that we can improve, obviously, but this is what we are here for. And next year will be super awesome. And now let's go to lunch. Sina, how was the lunch?
Lunch was good. It's still sunny, not so usual for a December day in Berlin.
It's the last week before Christmas, Sina. Will it be busy or slow?
It will be busy. Jens is coming, so we have a lot of stuff to do together. Then maybe, if possible, organizing also a paddle game. And on Friday also Julian is coming. The week will be busy. I also need to finish 2 client projects. So let's see how it goes.
How often will you go to the gym?
Hopefully, as planned, 5 times a week. But let's see what happens. You never know.
Okay, so as you can see, it's already getting dark in here, and the day was super exhausting. Well, we spent most of the day talking about 2025 and a little bit of 2026. It was super good to reflect in the first place. A couple of things that we realized is we are not in the optimal state of being, let's say. So I'm not working most of the time on the things that I'm really good at. And Sina, it's the same for him. So for example, he's really good at spotting new business opportunities, and he's not spending so much time on it actually right now. And on the other side, we also talked a little bit about the fact that right now we are going step by step. And yes, probably we have been doing a better job than most companies out there, as we have been growing now every single year since we founded Viz Adventures in 2022. And we have also been making way more profit. And it's cool that we are investing, growing, and at the same time, we also have profit that we can use for ourselves. But also on the other side, we have our goal for 2028. So 5 years in the future from when we started the company, we had the big audacious goal. We want to make 500K of profit every single month. And to hit that goal, it's not enough to go step by step. So if we just continue to do what we do, we won't hit that goal. So now we need to think what needs to fundamentally change so that we are able to hit this goal. And I think for that one, we need to pull ourselves more out of the day-to-day operations and processes that are happening. B, we realize we need to hire more and better talent for the team. So one core area for next year will be to build out the Viz Adventures core team with some support staff, to build up also a better sourcing engine for new talent, a talent pool in the first place, and then, be able to execute way quicker. Also, we were talking a little bit about the operational playbook of Viz Adventures. So we never wrote down exactly what is the business idea that we would do. What does a good business idea look like? Also, what are the criteria that we look for? And then also, how do we execute it? In the best way, it would be like a factory. So we always know the exact steps that we need to take from ideation to validation and then scaling of the business. And this is something that we want to do in early January, really write it down so that we can share it internally with everyone on the team, but also we know it for ourselves. And then, as we were also aligning our private goals for next year, it was super helpful. Some cool ideas that I have in my mind. So for example, it would be super cool, as Magier is a remote company, in the first place to meet more team members in person and do some sort of like road trip and in the best case visit everyone. So let's see if I can make this dream come true. But in terms of the second part of this whole session, I think there's a lot still missing that we need to discuss on execution level things. So Magier, okay, what are the goals for Q1 for the year, and also for Baked With, Magic Library, all these other businesses. So we need to jump into that one in the second session. And then distribute our time and say, okay, Sina, you're responsible for this, I'm responsible for that. We need to get better at it. And then once we have that, also we need to write down the specific goals, let's say. So numbers. How much revenue do we want to hit with Magier? How much revenue do we want to hit with other businesses? And then hopefully in a week or two, we have everything set up and we can jump straight to execution and then really just keep going. And also one cool thing that I realized in my reflection was that I waste a lot of time if I don't have a concrete plan of what I'm doing. I was starting to go to the gym more regularly this year, and it was very, very easy because I was working with a personal trainer and he just told me, Max, okay, you go to the gym 5 times per week. This is the kind of exercises that you are doing, and I could just execute. And it's the same for business. Once I'm starting the new week and I'm actually starting to still thinking about, okay, what am I going to do? Then it's super, super tricky. But if I already have a plan, then it's getting way, way easier and we can execute quicker. So trying to work also on that for the next weeks and also the next year. And now maybe we can ask Sina what he's thinking about the day and if he has something to share. Sina, sit down.
What?
Give us the recap of the first day of our yearly planning session, basically.
It was good.
Why do you have so much
That's
panic
good.
this year?
Yeah, I mean, we ordered everything we thought we need for the office, but then I saw, okay, here's a small table to put some stuff while sitting. Here's something for my legs. So it was good that you have so many packages in here. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with the stuff that we have now. The yearly check-in, I would say, was good. We went through all the stuff, as I said before, that went well, that went not so well. And then based on that, it's always easier then to see, okay, for next year, what we need to plan. And what's important, what we need to focus on, and what we can maybe kick out. So just we have more free time to focus on more important things that have a higher leverage. And then setting the final goals, all action plans, and looking forward for the next year.
Over and out for today.